You out here trying to watch this sexy content creator? I'm out here trying to talk with you sexy ass people. How about that, huh? Yeah. So, DB, I have to play Dan today because I said to the chat, I was like, all right, if I get 300 subs, I'll play Dan. And here I am. I need a good color, though. Show me some pizzazz, Daniel. I'm definitely going to wear this outfit. I think this outfit's pretty cool. Now, let's look at the colors. That color's ass. That color's ass. All right, 3's kind of cool. I got to see that one in motion. No. 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 Who that?
Finally, we get to see a character with the same size nose as Zaf. Let's go.
Yo, Izzy, fuck you. So I think 11's gonna be my color. This is pretty cool. This is like Dio's color. This shit's pretty sick. All right, I cannot contest. 13 it is.
Be my rival, and let's do this. See what a genius.
Oh my god, that color's what the fuck? Why does he move so fast? Bro, what the fuck is this? Why is he this fast? Nah, that's crazy, bro. Yo, somebody gotta check his heels, bro. You got those fucking Sketcher wheelies going on. What the hell is this? Okay, so the way I like to learn characters, right, is I focus on movement first, and then I go to normals, then I go to specials, okay? So I look at movement first, because movement is going to dictate how fast can I evade, right? How fast can I get away from something, and how fast can I engage. So this is typically what I do. Okay, so you guys can kind of copy pasta this flow chart, if you will. So I like to look at movement. That's why I walked forward first. Remember, I tell you guys, walking forward is the most important skill, in my opinion, for Street Fighter. So I want to see how quickly can he engage, and he can enter ranges so quickly. Right, now let's look at his backwalk speed. Backwalk speed looks all right. It's probably like average, but in terms of his movement, his forward walk speed is definitely pretty fast. Okay. This is what we're going to do. So I'm going to knock him down and figure out the advantage and then just dash. What does that say? Plus 20? So if I dash him on plus 4, 16 frame dash. Goddamn. Let's look at his pokes. I don't know if he has a 3-frame, but we're about to find that out. All right. Does he have a 3-frame button? No, he does not. Interesting.
I tried 8 frames HP the side of your face, but we all know how that ended out. Like, damn, what's the recover on that nose? That shit hurt me.
Well, I'm glad it's not Denson hurting my feelings anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. Stand strong, which is 6 frames to startup. As you see with the theme, it gets slower in startup, right? Stand heavy punch. 10 frames to startup. Active for 3 frames also. Recovery is 20 frames. Okay? So it's a lot of recovery. So you're seeing the theme, it consistently gets slower. The heavy just emphasizes there's more oomph in it, right? Stand heavy punch is a crush counter. It triggers crush counter and is plus 9. Okay, so let's check that out. Let's see how that's looking. So you can't combo into itself. You have to reskill it, which we will get to later. But you can do low forward, I'm assuming. Yep. Low forward, crouching strong. Stand strong. Oh, it's not cancelable. Can't super it. You can V-trigger cancel it, though. Standing light kick. Okay, so now we're moving on to the second half of standing pokes. So stand light kick is 5 frames. Active for 3. Recovers in 9. It's plus 1 on hit, and it's 0 on block. All right, so there's very little risk involved. I'm assuming it's cancelable. Yeah, it's cancelable into super, V-trigger, and V-skill. Okay, interesting. Oh, wow, that works? That's crazy. What the fuck? That's insane. Only plus 1 on hit, but you're still in tick range, so that's pretty good. So if somebody's sleeping at the wheel, you can just kind of sneak this in. If they have a 3-frame, right, it is, they can just trade at worst if they just mash the 3-frame. But on block, it's 0, so because Dan doesn't have a 3-frame button, if the opposing character has a 3-frame and they mash it, you can't really do anything unless you want to commit to like an EXDP or something like that. Unless you do like a spacing trap, right? Where you like purposely make them whiff it like that. So now let's look at stand medium kick. 8 frames startup, 3 frames active, recovery. Okay, so sometimes you'll see moves like this, which is kind of weird, guys, where you'll see 2 different brackets of recovery. It's because there might be different rules involved. That's why you always want to check the comment section to the right. So it explains right here that on whiff, it's different, all right? So on whiff, boom, right? It's a pretty good, that's pretty good reach. Oh, wow, damn, that stand fierce went really far. So what's important to make note of, too, is whenever you press pokes, you always want to make it a habit to look at the front foot of your character. Why? Because I'm going to show you something. This can alter your spacing, all right? If I press a poke, you see how he comes back to that white line right there? Okay, so now you know if I press this and I don't make contact with the opponent, I'm in the same exact spacing, okay? But you see, stand fierce, he moves forward. So you have to keep these things in mind, right? So when I recover, I don't recover in the same exact place that I press the button. +4 on hit, +2 on block. So for pressure's sake, I wouldn't use, I mean, you can obviously use crouching jab, right? From like a defensive position, you'll be crouch blocking. So you'll still have a pretty good conversion if you counter hit with this. You'll be able to go into a 6-frame poke like crouching medium punch, which is next, or stand strong, right? If they're close enough. But it's still, like, in terms of pressure, stand jab looks like it's the go-to. Simply because it has more active frames, so it's easier to frame trap or meaty with. And that +4 on hit, but +3 on block is huge, all right? Because now, if I do crouching jab into stand jab, right, it's not going to work against a 3-frame. It'll work against 4-frame characters like Nash, Sagat, right? Blanca, etc., etc. But these characters that have the 3 frames, like Ryu, gotta be mindful now, right? You can't just autopilot this. So now we have crouching medium punch. 6 frames, like stand medium punch. 3 frames active, like stand medium punch. 11 frame recovery on block or on hit, and 13 if it whiffs. So slightly more risk if it whiffs. It is +5 on hits, +1 on block. So the crouching medium and light buttons both suffer compared to the standing versions. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. So that could just be, I don't know, because maybe for defensive conversion, risk reward, maybe, I don't know. But it just is what it is. So on hit, it's only +5 and +1 on block, as opposed to stand medium punch, which is the same startup, same active frames, but it's +6 on hit and +3 on block. Okay, so you have to be very careful with this. So this isn't as plus as you think it is. Again, this is not factoring in V-skill cancels. When you get into that, it becomes a whole nother game, right? But just right now, something to keep in mind. So he can't do this. He can't do this. He can't do medium at all. All right, he has to do it from standing. Can't do it from crouching. And because this is only +1, remember, Dan doesn't have a 3-frame poke. So if you have a 3-frame attack like Ryu's stand light punch, as you can see there, right? The worst that can happen is a trade. So this is very similar. This is very similar to Urien, where Urien's crouching medium punch is 0 on block. So every character in the game, you might as well just press a jab right after it. Literally. Because at worst, you're going to trade. And it will stop him from just doing autopilot shit. So next poke, crouching heavy punch. 8 frames of startup. All right, so it's faster than the stand heavy punch. 5 active frames. Jesus Christ. Okay, damn. So it's 5 active frames, 21 frames of recovery, +3 on hit, so he cannot convert into this unless it's counter hit, I'm assuming. Or if he uses V skill, but again, we're gonna get to that. So just raw crouching heavy punch, you can't convert unless it's counter hit, and it's -4 on block. All right, so what does this look like? On hit, oh, 4 stands. Okay, so that's good to know. On counter hit, you can combo to that. So since it's very active, it's very easy to anti-air with this. You don't really have to think too much about it. Okay, so let's run through his jump attacks. Jump jab. This looks like it might be able to instant air tall characters. That's something that your Dan mains might want to look into. Does he have a jump cross up? Yes, he does. Plus 10 up at the head level. Plus 10. So plus 10 up to plus 15. Alright, so that's pretty good. Yeah, his V-Skill one, you know, I used to really shit on this character. I was so pissed when they announced him, but I think they did a pretty awesome job with him, which is kind of fucking weird to say. Alright, so let's go to unique attacks. So he has overhead, just 22 frames. Active for 3. Recovers to 24. Minus 7 on block. Typical shit. And then Psycho Jawbreaker. It's back heavy kick? What is this? 11 frame startup, 4 active frames, 20 recovery, plus 5 on hit, plus 3 on block. Triggers crush counter. Okay, I don't know what this is. Oh, I seen Mena do this in his video that he put up today on Twitter. Interesting. Oh, so you can't V-Skill cancel that. Okay. Oh, because it's plus 1 on block, right? Oh, it's plus 3 on block. Yeah, and it's active for 4 frames. Damn, so he can cover both wake-ups. That's pretty fucking nuts. Okay, so let's see. Next. All right, I don't care about V-Skill 1 right now. I'm going to look at V-Skill 2. So V-Skill 2 has 14 frames of startup, 2 active frames, 18 frames. Wait, what? No, 25 frames. I don't know why I was looking at this. 25 frames of recovery on hit or block, 34 on whiff. So if this whiffs, it's a huge whiff punish opportunity. So that's something to keep in mind. Minus 2 on hit and minus 6 on block. Huh. That's interesting. So if you fuck this up, you're actually in a bad situation. Well, I mean, if you're doing it from like really far like this, you'll be all right, right? It's not the end of the world. But if you do it right here, you're now in a minus 2 guessing game. You're in throw range. You have to guess. So there is risk involved with this, which is pretty cool. But like from like right here, it's not the end of the world. Just say it does 30 damage, 50 stun. You gain 40 V gauge. Okay. And I think 100 is each slot is 100. So about 3 would build 1 V gauge bar. Opponent's V gauge increases by 20 when active. Opponent's V gauge increases by 20 when active? Wait, what? Am I reading this right? What the fuck does that even mean? Wow. So if he does this, that's crazy. So he's giving me V gauge? Wow, that's crazy. Perfect fireball? What are you talking? What is this language you're speaking of? To the good DP? Are you talking about V-Trigger DP? Oh, so he has frame perfect stuff too? Wow. So how do you do it? Oh. See, my execution is so godlike that I didn't even know I was doing it. That's funny as shit. Wow. This is pretty dope. Yo, you know what? I have a theory now. If they didn't really intend for there to be a season 5, I'm very inclined to believe that these characters are kind of like Omega Mode in Street Fighter 4 that was a testing ground for Street Fighter 5. So I guarantee you, well, let me not guarantee, but I'm going to make a prediction. February 25th, 2021, the day before my mother's birthday. I'm telling you this right now. Street Fighter 6, they're going to have this shit. Every character's going to have this. Watch. There's going to be perfect inputs, versions of EX moves, and stuff like this. Just watch. Because they're probably going to see the feedback of everybody about Dan, and they're going to be like, okay, boom, watch. I'll read these motherfuckers like a book. I'm telling you. All right, so his Hadouken is 13 frames of startup. So it's the same as Sagat's. Active for 50 frames, 82 total frames at best. It knocks down on hit. Okay, plus 2 on block. That's interesting. Oh, that's the V-Trigger 1. Oh, that's not the special move. That's the V-Trigger 1. Okay. So we have the charge version is plus on block. Plus 10 on hit. What the fuck? So that means you can do stand. Wow, so you can stand fierce if you hit this. Oh, wow. Damn. Holy smokes.
Nice.
That's pretty sick.
Very nice.
So EXDP is only invincible up until the second active frame. So I wonder if you can potentially meaty him and force a trade. I'd have to think of a move that would hit this entirely with hitbox. So the hurtbox would have to be the hurtbox has to come out right there. It cannot go any further than that, but the hitbox has to extend and hit this. So I wonder, is there a move like that in the game I can find? Because that means you'd be able to pressure Dan and just completely avoid his DP. All right, so DP, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so if you back roll, I'm not in range. Okay. So you might as well always back roll that DP if you jump in and get anti-aired. Dan Kyaku has 9 active frames, right? So on the very first frame, it's -5. So that means there's 8 frames left. So if you do the math, this can be up to +3 on block if you time this correctly. So light kick knee is -5 at worst, up to +3 at best on block, up to +7 at best on hit. Medium kick Dan Kyaku is the fastest version outside of EX. Not as many active frames, so it can't be like wildly tinkered with like the light kick version, but it can be +7 on hit. Okay. So it could be the same as this. That's interesting. Light version is airborne 13 through 34. Medium is 10 through 36. Heavy is 12 through 55. So if you're trying to anticipate pokes with Dan's knees, medium kick is going to be the best version for you. Okay? And on top of that, it's the safest on block, naturally. Naturally meaning the very first frame hits. Not a meaty frame. Not a later frame that's going to make you more advantageous. But naturally, at its absolute slowest or worst frame advantage, this is that. Okay? This character's pretty good, man. This is kind of weird. Offensively, at least. I don't know about his neutral, but... No, yo, Dan is legit. It's weird as shit, man. I don't understand, bro. The true test is Dan on Dan action, right?
Be my rival, and let's do this.
School.
Round 1.
Shit.
Fight.
Oh, that is Sean's color. Oh, shit. That's funny as hell. That looks pretty sick, though. Oh, my God.
Round 1.
I can see that.
Fight.
What's up? What's up? Hey. Okay. Hit him hard. Too close. What's up? What's up? Hey.
What's up, champ?
Round 2.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I like the Dio color that I'm rocking, too. This shit is pretty sick. what the fuck? Yo, this, why is he fun? Ah, I fucking hate this shit, man. Just doesn't make sense. I was a notorious Dan hater. I was notorious. I'm not supposed to be smiling right now. I'm supposed to be dreading this shit. Oh my god, this is stressing me out.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, this character is cool as shit, man. I think this is the coolest Dan has ever been. Just, I can't, like, is there another game where he's even close? Oh man, this character's a clown, bro. He's like, that shit just looks bad. I would get hit by that every time, bro. Thank God I. What? Oh my god. Bruh, why'd I jump over him? That jump heavy kick his ass. Or is it his jump? Fuck. I didn't know how to punish it. Wait, what? That wasn't punishable? Maximum punish! Of course. I know what I'm doing. Don't you guys dare judge me. Jab super, baby. I think they did a great job with this guy. I would give them an A+, honestly.